Having control over the husband does not sound only fascinating, but rather it is every wife's dream and fantasy. Therefore, in this video, I will discuss certain points that may help you to control your husband. However, one thing that I would like to clear, that is, in this video, control means not essentially to rule or command your husband negatively, but rather to have greater degree of intimacy, trust, love, and techniques of getting your work done easily, even in a condition when your husband does not like that work to be done. I mean, your husband accepts happily your decision and or choices. Furthermore, I would like to clarify that this information is based on personal experience and observations. So, it may be fruitful and applicable for some of you and may not be so for some others. Now come to our concern, that is how to control your husband. To control anything, whether it is living being or non-living, you need to have the power. And power can be achieved either by force, it could be by means of money, strength, or by means of violence. The second option of power is love. So, in your case, the first option is not applicable at all. Therefore, remember, you can control your husband only through love. This is very common term and most of you may not be in position to appreciate this technique. But believe me, if you change your perspective and approach, then love is the most influential and powerful weapon to control, especially your husband. This technique would not demand money, so what's wrong in trying once? Now, you might have the question that how love can facilitate you in controlling your husband. Love is such kind of thing that can be used in any situation. Better to say it is the panacea of all sorts of problems. But how? Here, I am going to discuss some tips which are infused with love, or better to say, possible only through love and affection. The first point is don't be angry or aggressive in any situation. More often, you find situation where your husband's acts irritate you. So, if you really want to handle such situation, then don't be angry, as anger cannot be the solution of an anger. The next point is don't use abusive or filthy words for your husband or anyone related to him, such as in laws and close friends. The matter of fact is, no one wants to be abused or admonished, even in a condition when he or she is at fault. So, use of such language may create hatredness towards you and can worsen the relationship. Now, you might have the question that I am asking you to remain calm and loyal towards your husband even when he abuses you, as no one likes such language. So, why you should control yourself when someone abuses you? The point is, if you try to control the fire with petrol, you know the result. Similarly, your reply in anger will act like petrol. Therefore, your smartness is to remain calm and cool. Let the time pass, it will be okay. Believe me, your calmness and coolness in such a situation will not only make you flexible and tolerant, but also strong enough to handle any situation in any walk of your life. Now, the point is identify the likeness and dislikeness of your husband. Do not be an egoist. Rather, it is the best tool to control your husband. All you need to do is take care of your husband's even small likeness. In return, believe me, you can get your any big work done by your husband. In addition to this, your such acts will increase the respect in your husband's heart for you. Don't be overpossessive, rather, set your husband free and give him personal space. Overpossessiveness or being skeptic is not at all acceptable for a healthy relationship. It may lead to quarrelsome life and conflicts. By doing this, you can also maintain your personal space and freedom. Remember the rule of give and take. Now, the next point is if your husband does any mistake, then make him realize that he did the mistake. Don't ignore the mistakes and other unacceptable behaviors of your husband. Rather, make him aware, as your ignorance will encourage him to repeat such act again. So, if you did not like anything, be assertive and refuse to accept that, but do it humbly and courteously. Now, the next point is keep the record of your husband's works and identity. In present context, it is indispensable to keep the documentary records, such as IDs, bank records, etc., as well as his professional record with you. Last but not the least, identify the weaknesses of your husband. If you know the weaknesses of your husband, don't take and use it negatively. But it is sometimes very useful to control your husband. Moreover, throughout the history, people ruled people, but the difference between the past and present is during the ancient and medieval period, master ruled servant's body and capitalist ruled proletariat's body, and not mind by using force and violence. Since they could not rule mind, as a result of this, we see so many revolts and revolutions. Such kind of commandment is no more effective in present context. The only way to rule your husband is rule his mind, not body. Ultimately, body will comply with the mind. So, use your mind with love and affection to command your husband. This technique will keep your life happy and prosperous. So everyone, that's all for this video. Wish you good luck.